right? South Africa took the first blow, right? And these are just, again, like I said, the atrocities that are taking place over there, right? Right? All of this is happening as well. All of this stuff took place this year. At the beginning of the year, they're finding hundreds and hundreds of burials of melanated people, not just here. They found another location with 1,000 bodies, right? So a lot of the unearthing of the stuff that has been done to us is going to come to the surface. A lot of ancient artifacts that have been hidden is now coming to the surface. You know, they found lost continents. All of this stuff is coming from the subterranean to the surface. That's what we in. We in this new earth, this new world. Feel me? Hence the fact that you found them with their tunnels. You know what I'm saying? They hold, you know, that whole war that they're fighting in over there is underground. It's in the subterranean. They're fighting Hamas in the underworld. Right? It's an underworld war. And here these dudes go, right? And it's politically charged here, and they're threatening revolution and things of that nature. Okay? God of darkness, asteroid, apocalypse, story. So again, these are just ways that they say agencies that either don't exist, you know what I'm saying, or you know what they say about NASA, they're like, oh, the people don't go nowhere and the moon ain't real and everything. Look, whether that's true or not, again, I can't prove or disprove that. But I know they don't miss opportunities to tie themselves into mythos, right? So last year, they had the Osiris Rex mission to an asteroid called Bennu, and this year they go into one called Apophis. So the Bennu bird in Kemet is a bird tied to resurrection, right? It's a bird that's tied to S.O.U.L, who is the god of resurrection or god of the underworld. And Apophis is like, it's the nemesis of all it's the baddest of the bad guys. It's supposed to be the serpent, the giant serpent in Kemet. But again, I just find it funny that they always are finding a way to tie themselves into the mythos and figure out a way to bring the mythos into the real world. Right?
They had a cookout.
So this would be Apophis in the mythology, right? It's the great serpent. Okay? Right? They put the DNA of the president's face as well. That happened last year, February 11th, I think. The same day that they had the Super Bowl this year. That happened last year in Brazil. Right before we did our Win in Rome lecture. Lightning hit the statue of Jesus. Lightning hit the Vatican on the day Pope Benedict resigned, which was in 2013. So I think it was February 11th, 2013. He resigned, and lightning hit the Vatican twice. And this is the prophecy of popes. It's saying this is the last pope. It's called the prophecy about Peter the Roman, right? And Saint Francis of Assisi, of who this particular pope is named after. His real name is Peter, Giovanni Peter. So they're saying that this pope is going to be the last pope. There was a prophecy that was made in the 16th century about the prophecy of the popes and the prophecy of the last pope. So they're saying this particular pope that we're seeing now, who is they call him the woke pope, right? He's a very unpopular pope amongst Christians and Catholics because of the progressive nature of this pope. Now remember, all popes are astrologers and astrologers. So he's saying, I'm trying to get the church ready for Aquarian age, not the Piscean. And now they're having an internal struggle in the church because they don't want to change with the times. But the church as an institution is a Piscean creation. It was for the age of belief. It's not gonna be the same for religion going into the age of no, the I know, which is Aquarius. It's gonna be very tough for them to maintain a level of control and deception amongst the people. Because, you know, Pluto and Aquarius is the evening of the playing fields. You know what I'm saying? This is when we all become equalized on the playing field. There's no big eyes and little U's anymore. That stuff is going out the window. You know what I'm saying? And again, we can, if we want to, if we can attempt to see it through the personages of the people that are going to be in the public eye, look at the skirmishes that are taking place and look at what they're saying about the skirmishes, right? With Cat Williams, he was able to put all of them dudes in game, right? Because he tried to make it seem like they up here, they're part of the machine, right? They're part of, they were the good old boys, and I'm down here with the people, right? He created that level of juxtaposition and was able to sway the audience to say, yeah, they're not part of the community, they're not part of us, right? There's gonna be a lot of that taking place. And again, this is just them preparing us for Pluto and Aquarius, because Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, or Uranus, pause. Because they were talking about a lot of people's names during the end of the year. They just was. Right? So, in mythology, in Greek mythology, Uranus or Uranus is considered to be heaven. This is called the kingdom of heaven. Right? This is the kingdom of heaven.
It's lit back there.
Red.
We'll be right back after these short messages.
How y'all doing out there? If anybody have any questions, knock some questions out.
It's a Biggie year. I'm going on Biggie's birthday.
Okay, May 21st?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Biggie energy or something.
Yeah, like I said, when Biggie transitioned, the Haley Bob comic is passing over, right? And I feel that his energy was connected to that particular Passover, this particular comic. His comic is coming back, so I think that his energy is going to be returning as well. You know what I mean? I think we're going to see a lot of his energy coming back. And so far, but I think it's going to center around him coming up with a lot of evidence about the fact that
Say his piece.
the LAPD has something to do with killing him. Yeah,
Come on.
so that's what comes before.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Biggie coming to say his piece.
Yes.
No, I guess I don't know how to listen to whispering. I'm like, you a whispering expert.
All right, you back. So, again, you know, when I'm speaking about the planet Aquarius, right? Aquarius also equals 44, and it's going to be in Pluto for 20 years until 2044, right? So it's heavy, heavy 44 energy. I feel that whatever we template this year with, it's gonna reverberate for those 20 years leading into 2044. So this is a very important year for us to like get our minds around time, around time cycles, around looping these particular time cycles. Right? These winter months, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces are holy for cat months. You know what I'm saying? It's like the capstone months. Because some people are like, well, January is the end, and we hibernating in the New Year's in spring. All right, so then you're supposed to capstone and crystallize the ending of this year to either, go over what you did for this year or come up with some amazing plans for the year coming forward. But Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, this particular time period, this is when we should be putting on our thinking caps and really going in. And if you notice, this is how they got these months lined up. So winter time to me is the dark night of the soul, S.O.U.L spell, because this is about the sun in the sky when it goes through the underworld, right? And if you understand your connection to the sun, then you will understand the transformation that you're going through. But because we don't have a mythology, we don't get to talk like this. But we all got a sun inside of us called a solar plexus. And we got this melanin on us, and we took all of this time telling white folks how connected we was to the sun, but then you don't want to own it. So this is Scorpio, right? They say that that's where the devil come from. They say the devil's a Scorpio, right? And then he's making it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, giving them more ammo than they need. Scorpio, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is Zeus. That's considered to be God. So that's the good guys, right? Capricorn is the devil. Even though they share a birthday with Jesus, we know more about the goat. That's Baphomet. That's the devil. That's because of Saturn, right? Saturn is the devil before the devil. Aquarius, Uranus, deals with kingdom. That's heaven. That's the good guys. Pisces is Hades. That's the underworld again, right? So this is the lineup. Okay? This is why these winters be hella bumpy. You feel me? Because you're going through the dark night of the soul. And you're going through your transformation. So you can come out on top when the spring comes and the glimmer of light comes and you come and emerge from the underworld, right? Do you come out with horns or not? Listen. Right? So again, you need a Mamba mentality or whatever it is that you decide that you're going to do with this year, right? Whatever you decide that you're going to do with these 366 days, because it's a leap year, you feel me? Whatever you decide to do, you got to utilize the Mamba mentality to do it. It means you got to just be so focused. You got to blank out, right? There was a book written by Kobe's conditioning coach, who was the same coach of Michael Jordan, called Relentless, right? And this coach shows you how to go past your threshold. Relentless is one of the best books that I've ever read. It's one of the books that transforms you as you read it, challenges you. You know what I'm saying? Are you a closer? You know, they got 3 different categories in terms of what sort of team player are you. You know, and it's important to know that for yourself. Okay? And again, one of the most important observations about January 1st is that it is the day that the Sirius is the closest, well, it's directly above our planet. So again, I asked my people, well, who are you? If we had a mythos, and we understood our mythos, then we'd be like, damn, well, if Sirius is our mother, if that's Isis, if that's our sex, if I come from Sirius, then I'm going to be on my best behavior with mama's, you know, here, checking in. What we doing? We got automatic weapons shooting at her. She's like, damn, why y'all so mad? That nigga's another year in the cold. Right? You don't even know how to address when mama comes around, and we wonder why we got a year of bad luck. Like, you was shooting at mama.
Earthquakes and tsunami warnings all over the world today, as not just Japan, but Hawaii, Alaska, California, Yellowstone, Montana, Indonesia, the Virgin Islands, El Salvador, New Mexico, Puerto Rico, Fiji, Russia, Texas, Chile, and the Northern Mariana Islands have all experienced earthquakes in the last 24 hours as today, January 1st, 2024, the first day of the new year, it seems that the entire world is trembling. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest video footage so you can see it for yourself and the tsunamis that are pouring in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This all hitting on the first day of 2024. And like I said, I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself.
So again, it's easy to say, oh, you know, the planet knew it was the first day of the new year, and they wanted to signal in that, you know what I'm saying, this is gonna be a rocky year, but it's a lot more scientific to say, well, it was the day that Sirius was above the planet, and the sun was the closest to the planet that it's gonna be over here. Right? So, this April 8th, this is really going to be the caveat of this year that's going to set the pace for the next 20 years. And ironically, we won't have another total solar eclipse on this country until when?
April.
No, after April.
140 some years.
2044. So there's only but so many ways that I can explain that this is a 44 year, right? Without embellishing it, and it's totally happening freestyle. So these are the different places in the country that you're going to be able to see this total solar eclipse. So what a total solar eclipse means is that we outside, and it's 1 p.m. and the sun is out. At 1:05, nigga, the sun won't be out. And it will be dark. And everything that happens at night is going to happen during the day. So I experienced this in 2017 of August. I was in Mount Shasta, California, on the top of a mountain. And it was like 80 degrees, and then the sun went out, and it was like 60 degrees. And all of the animals started acting crazy. It was during the daytime, and all the insects started having sex. Yeah? Like it was nighttime, right? And then the moon looked like the moon looked like it was mounting the sun, like they were having sex, and then. We had done a ceremony the night before with indigenous elders. They was not with it. They like, we are underneath the bed with the shades closed. It's like, we don't look at eclipses. It's an omen in their tradition. What do?
We outside.
We got a couch outside.
We outside. All the way with the beard.
Hold up.
We outside on the
Looking at our mom, okay. We looking at mom, because they was like looking at an eclipse is tantamount in their tradition to watching your mother and father have sex.
Wow.
That's sacred.
Yeah. Well, we on the couch like parent porn.
Ooh.
We watched it, y'all, right? Millions of other people participated, and the next day we got Hurricane Harvey, and we was not able to put 1 and 2 together, right? A trillion gallons of water dumped on the city in a few hours. Unprecedented. They said it was a biblical proportions, and they have not stopped having weather conditions for 7 years since. So ever since the last eclipse, we've had the craziest weather, right? From the forest fires to the hurricanes, to the superstorms, to the polar, vortex that we heard concepts that we've never heard before in these 7-year periods. And now it's coming up to another eclipse, and these eclipses will be crossing this country and making an X, because the other ones came this way last time. These are gonna come this way. It's gonna create an X over this country, and that energy is gonna set a precedent for like a shadow that's gonna be cast for another 20 years until the next one, which will be 2044. So we're riding into Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius energy, coupled by the fact that it's going to be amplified by a total solar eclipse taking place on April 8th, which is 4 days after 4/4, but this is just 4/44. Right? There's a lot of things that they got planned this year. It's not going to happen.
He said, not gonna happen. That's funny.
They own him. They own him. They own him.
They own it,
They own
right?
him.
So we know last year around this time, we was all getting ready for the quantum mania, right? And last year was a heavy quantum year. This year is gonna be no different, right? We're gonna go quantum. This year is gonna be the year of quantum leaps and technology. We're gonna see last year was about AI. This year will be about the quantum computer. We're gonna finally find out what we really had, bubbling under the quantum thing come out. It's gonna be totally different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they break, they get a lot of breakthroughs, quantum, AI, quantum breakthroughs, right? This is gonna change the face of technology in March. Okay, not too far away. This is what they're saying is going to neutralize the smartphones. The AI pen is going to be able to do everything that your smartphone does without what's considered to be a user interface, which is, in front of your phone. Like, phones, the way that we know them to be hitting numbers, talking, and apps and all of that. Everything is built into this one device. Alright? Then they're going to come out, the Vision Pros will be out in February. Right, the revolution of virtual reality is going to take place with the fusion of these pins, and they want to put your computers inside of you now. It's no longer about gadgets. All the gadgets go inside, right? Because remember, Aquarius is technology. Pluto and Aquarius, transformation in the technology, but really the fusion of man and machine over the next 20 years, right? On and popping, just all the way headed there. Okay, again, they're speaking to themselves, about themselves. Don't get caught up in any conversation. They are searching for themselves, and this is where they at with it. Neanderthals, right? That's where their focus factor is, right? They discovered 153 new species last year, right? So, were the species not there, or we merging with a new reality altogether? Because they found mad new stuff, not just new species. They found a lot of old stuff, right? And they found stuff that they said that they lost, like continents. How you gonna lose a continent?
They didn't never lose.
Right? Humans still evolving, maybe more rapidly than ever. Yeah. Humans better hurry up. Right? Because some arcs of humans are going this way, and some are going that way. It's like, there's devolution taking place, and there's evolution taking place. Right? But the computers is going like this. Every second that we talk. Right? They're catching up, they're figuring it out. So humanity has to do a lot in this 20-year period, moving into Pluto. Right? Future of storage is going to be DNA. Right? All of this stuff is coming to the forefront. Mind reading, AIs and everything. Because I don't care when nobody tell me AI already reading mind. Because it don't be the stuff that I say to my phone no more that makes me get advertising. This is stuff that I think about. Who's experienced that? Y'all experienced that too? Yeah. This is stuff that I'm thinking about that show up on the phone. God damn, they're picking up on my thoughts.
Yep.
Right? So you gotta be careful what you think these days because they tapping into that. Feel me? They figured out already how to read your thoughts and duplicate them and insert, their thoughts into your head. Right? Humanoid robots. And again, y'all, so that's probably my conclusion point. Where I'm at with the COVID years, we bring it back to the Virgo. Yeah.
I can believe it. It is about
Give it up for the Virgos, give it up for
Oh, yeah.
That's a precursor of, Yeah, that's a precursor to what I'll be doing when I get to Brooklyn on Saturday, right? I have a special presentation for Brooklyn, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So real quick, I just wanna drive home this concept of mythology and how important it is for us to embrace the things that, you know, we overlook it, we don't see it for what it is. Like, 2 weekends ago, I think it was, we were celebrating Martin Luther King, right? And that was MLK weekend. He would have been 95, right? He died on April 4th in Memphis, Tennessee. So during this celebration of when we are getting ready to acknowledge and recognize him, you know, his celebration gets overtaken by the news that a brother named Young Gotti's brother, right, who was a known street king in his city, gets killed going to a repast for a kingpin. So when we understand what is Memphis mythologically and historically, Memphis comes from Kemet or Egypt, right? That was the funerary city where kings go to die. Right? That's where you bury the kings at, right? And that's Memphis. The Memphite region is all about funerals and cemeteries. Right? That's all Memphis was known for. It was Memphite, it was funeral. This is where you bury them. Right? So, and it's right off the edge of the Nile. So we come over here, we're in Memphis, Tennessee, and the color in Kemet was blue. Right? Come over here, off of the Mississippi Delta, right? Where blues comes from. You get Memphis, where King went to die, and where these other kings emerged from, because Young Dolph was a king amongst his people, right? And these other brothers who are street kings are still kings amongst their peoples, right? We live in an upside down world, so I'm not making any judgments. I'm just saying, when, you know, this is who we are today. This is our modern mythology, for better or worse. This is who we are. So we're watching these things take place, and we're not seeing it for what it is because we're not seeing ourselves through the lens of people maybe who are either worthy of a mythology. We think that we just passing through this. And it's like, nah, you signed up to come here during the illest time ever to participate. You know what I'm saying? And a radical change is taking place. So I just feel that it does us a lot more justice to make these observations through the lens of mythology because I can't rationally explain this to you. You know what I'm saying? But if I was like, shit, you've been here before, you did this before, you know what time it is, and you signed up to come and do it again, that might speak to something in you to be like, you know what? You feel me? Let me sit down and think about this. Shit. Yeah, there's more than meets the eye. You know what I mean? Tell me more. At least I want to know more. Let me do my own research. You know what I'm saying? But the mundane aspects that they tell us and they feed us, you know, yeah, you came from, descended from these people, and yeah, you just came here and you're gonna make a little layup and that's it. Like, nah, I don't believe that about me. I don't believe that about y'all. You know what I mean? I think that we're active participants of mythologies that we wrote millions of years ago and prepared for a time like now when we needed to remind ourselves who and what we are. And with that, thank you. I think we're better than that. Come on.
Yeah.
Clap it up on Zoom. Come on now. If y'all was listening, told you who was gonna win. Last year we hit it on the head. Did we not? No, we did a very thorough breakdown last year. We gave it up to the family. I've been doing Super Bowl deciphering since 2011, and I've been money. I've been head on. You know, because again, I look at this story, these are mythological, they're telling the story of the mythos. These teams represent energy. Last year, the Chiefs, who are the indigenous people, versus the corporation, which were the Eagles, right, which was the Romans. Luckily, the Chiefs won. right? But this year you got the Romans back,
That's the 49ers.
right?
Gold Rush.
Going up against the Chiefs, right? So, just real quick, just to show you where it even went from last year, right? I was able to decipher the fact that the Chiefs were going to win because this is what happened the year prior on July 25th, which is the Mayan New Year, day at a time, right? He went to Canada and they put a chief headdress on him. This was the war chief. And I was telling people, and whoever would listen, from then all the way up to the Super Bowl, I was like, look, they decapitated the Pope because you don't take, can't touch him. He is the representative of a God head. You can't touch the head of a Pope. Then you damn sure can't touch the beanie. Right? They knocked the beanie off when they threw the joint on him because they caught him unexpected. He didn't know he was about to get mounted and crowned with a war bonnet. In Canada, 4 main chiefs was the ones that were standing around him, mounting him with this war bonnet, right? And they ain't been the same since. The church been in internal strife and civil war ever since. The other pope died right after that, Pope Benedict, and the church they've been at war. He couldn't even make it back home to Rome. They had to put him in a wheelchair after this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, it's telling the mythology, and it's still telling the mythology. This particular Super Bowl is coming up, and I'll be laying out some of my predictions in Brooklyn.
Right.
Give it up for Blue Pill, y'all. Alright? So, if we have any questions from the audience, we'll begin to take them now.
That's
I'm
some
sure
New Orleans.
through this whole
Yeah.
dissertation, you know, somebody has a question or two. So, is there anybody in the audience that has any questions, comments, or concerns from today's lecture? Yes.
She was first, but I'll go.
Okay.
I had a question about the sun. I know you were saying about, just laughing up there. I did have a friend a while ago that was saying, I guess when things first started turning around, probably about 6 or so years ago,
Yes.
about that although we're supposed to be able to take the sun, that we're not eating properly to arm ourselves, like we're not getting the chlorophylls and
Yeah.
the deep greens.
Yes.
And so that we may not be able to withstand what's going on with the sun on our processed food diets.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Around it too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That we do more, to destroy our own melanin than anything else. So we find ourselves somewhat at a disadvantage. We have the technology to interface with the sun and transmute that energy to make it do what it do. But we are burdening ourselves and overburdening ourselves with intake of a lot of things that's not, helping our case. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would never be the one to advise somebody to say, you need sunscreen or what have you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things of that nature. I would just say, yes, we do need to eat more natural food because the sun is going to remind us of that. The sun is only rocking with the natural aspects of you. The sun, I didn't know. I didn't know I was in for this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, the more natural that you become, you get embraced by that sun.
Thank you.
Yes.
Next question.
How do you feel about what's going on in Texas and also that governor being seen at the World Economic Forum? Do you think it's that he's fighting for the right reason, or do you think it's a part of the one world?
I think first, what's taking place in Texas is a wonderful precursor to the Pluto and Aquarius energy of this year, right? That's it in a nutshell. The evening the playing field. The states are assuming sovereignty to say, big brother government, we're not trying to hear that no more, right? and they're setting the stage for what could potentially be revolution, which is Aquarius, right? And we just moved into the second sign of Aquarius. So, ironically, as we move into Aquarius, and we move into Pluto and Aquarius energy, here you have the first prominent display of what that looks like, where the states are now going up against the government. You know what I'm saying? And other smaller states are coming to the aid of them and saying, we'll take you on. You feel me? If you make the wrong move, we ready to turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of unprecedented in terms of the scope of we kind of never saw that.
Have you heard that governor was at the World Economic Forum? Do you feel like he could be playing both sides?
The Texas governor, went to the World
Governor Abbott.
Abbott. Again, you know, yeah, that one of the main things that was explaining to us about 2024 is the nature of the theater. You know, things are gonna look one way,
Yeah.
and it's gonna look that way. So this is really, once again, this is the year of marrying that level of discernment that you have to discipline. You know, we don't wanna act on anything too impulsive.
Right.
You wanna be able to make your observations and weigh them, discern them. And then weigh it twice if you need to.
Right.
Because things are not gonna be what they seem.
Right.
Like the portal in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
Right.
I mean, you don't know what you're looking at. You feel me? And you gotta weigh this thing, so.
When it comes to the theater of politics, you just always have to lead with the fact that these people literally are like actors that get hired to do movies.
Yeah.
Like, there's an agenda and there's a playbook that they all are following. They know who is in charge of them. We don't know who's in charge of them, but they know who they gotta answer to. So they not really doing nothing on their own. They doing what they being told to do. And all of these evangelical, quote unquote, Christians in America and these groups and whatnot, they're all pro Armageddon. They're all pro biblical calamity. They're actors that are actively working to make sure that that book and that script is fulfilled and whatnot. So when you get caught in the middle of that, you know, it's part of that theater.
But I do feel it is very much a part of our full service.
I have a question. So, I know you were talking about like how the eclipse caused all of those natural disasters across the world. So I talked to a lot of people about, you know, what they go through during solar eclipse. And a lot of people seem to me that it causes people that have like mental issues to like react 10 times worse.
Yeah,
So do you believe that's true?
Similar to full moon. Right.
So when the stars align and where the moon is at, it doesn't play a role in people's mental.
You know, simply because your body is 90% water, right? You know, astrological bodies, they
like the
they
werewolf.
influence currents. So if he's already emotional, right, and the full moon come around, and you know, you pass it down,
Any more questions?
Yeah, I got a question. So I'm trying to figure out how to tie this together. You said this year you feel like a major part of this year, like the precedents and the foundation that we lay out this year is going to reverberate throughout these next 20 years. And I'm going to tie into, so we talk about like the fall of Rome, fall of Babylon and whatnot. I be speaking on like the idea that like when it comes to from the conscious community perspective or whatever, you know, for lack of a better term, we kind of got like this. It's like a fantasy perspective of this, but I'm like, nah, it could get ugly. You feel me? What are you doing to prepare yourself to make sure if you are attached to this vehicle and it goes off road and you stay in the vehicle, you going off road with it? So how do you get, you know, from out of this burning house and not burn with the house? You know, what do we need to be focused on? What are some of the top priorities to make sure we preparing for Babylon fall? We prepared to erect, you know, our new nation, our new future from there.
Right. Well, first thing is that takes some level of vision, right? To say, what does my sustainability look like outside of my dependency on the system, right? And once you put yourself in that mind frame, then it will signal you, oh, you want to be off grid, or you're going to need X, Y, and Z. And then that will lead you to where you need to look for those things that are available. You're like, all right, I need a source of water. Or I need to be somewhere where, you know what I'm saying, I got access to these particular level of cables because, you know, I need my own electricity, but, or if I'm running solar, where am I gonna get 16 hours of sunlight? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to be near the water? Because they're saying that the tide is gonna rise and anything that's near sea level is gonna be underwater in X amount of years. So my whole thing, once again, like I said, that we're looking at it like a 20-year play, right? Like, what I've been developing as a campaign, it's gonna last 20 years. It's gonna last 20, 40, 40. So I'm not overtaxing, overburdening myself to say, I gotta get everything done this year. It's like, no, what would a 20-year campaign look like? If we're gonna get ourselves, if we're gonna get everything that was quote unquote took up from us back, right? And we give ourselves 20 years to do that, what are these small victories gonna look like consistently, right? But first and foremost, we know, yeah, we need a control bunker. We need somewhere we're gonna have to get a domicile to get our planning together, raise these children, you know what I'm saying, outside of whatever the chaos or calamity is. So I definitely think we need to look into homesteading as a collective and a group. You know, what would it look like if, you know, we had our own thing situated? What would it look like if we grew our own food? These are things we're gonna have to figure out at some point.
For sure.
Not now.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? How we develop, you know, what's the reason why we can't do these things? That, I think that we need to work on that more than anything else. Right? The reasons, because I'm watching Mexicans throw up, like, can't even explain the level of detail of this community that I'm seeing them build right up on Walnut Avenue. Every time I pass, you know, this is a whole complex, it's not just a few homes. But these joints is going up in record
For sure.
pace. So I'm like, damn, like, what's the thing that keeps us in, right in the Black community, right? Where the whole plaza, where the Texas, where the Atlanta child murders used to happen. They used to snap babies up over there, right? Now they're over there building the whole complex. Every time I pass, it's more stuff going on, and I'm just mind blown. I'm like, how do they do this? So I'm like, shit, do we even have the glue amongst us? Do we even have the unity thing connected? Because I'm like, why can't we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we gain access to the available resources and do the things that we know that we need to do to us that we feel is life and death? And it's like, well, what's gonna finally push us to getting some of these things done? You know what I mean? So I think that this should be the perfect time to really be like, damn, if they so focused on this, why don't we be over here doing this while their focus is over there?
Right.
They
Like,
overseas, they focus on all this other stuff, and I'm like, shit, we can be over here putting our hands together and our resources and build it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to add on to that. 7 African countries got their independence last year. 7. Kicked the French out. You know, they bossing up. It's definitely time for a delegation some of our younger brothers and sisters to go over there and to start building import, export, and to begin to build more outposts for the elders. I think that a lot of the elders who are in America suffering, going through Babylon's hamster wheel, they deserve to be on the continent or in the Caribbean or somewhere tropical in they last years with their feet up because they put in work for the community. Really? And the babies and whatnot, like Blue said, we need homesteads. We need compounds for families to, not one family. I don't want no neighbors. Neighbors is overrated. Living in Atlanta showed me that shit is for the birds. You know what I'm talking about? I want to be able to new bathe. I want my son to be able to ride out on an ATV and I don't got to worry about it. You feel me? I want animals to graze, and I don't want to kill no animals, but I want different people from my network and my community to be. I don't want them next to me like I gotta ride to you, my nigga. Ride to you, but I want those people to be in my circumference.
For sure.
You feel me? That's not hard anymore. There's a brother who comes here. He does tiny homes. He get us tiny homes with 0 down if your credit is right. We could buy 40 acres and put container homes and tiny homes. They just built a whole container home community in Atlanta and the shit is lit. You feel me? State of the art. So yeah, it's about time. The new wave, you know, our people is trendy, so the new wave is the bunkers. But we hood niggas, so you know hood niggas stand before bunkers like Zuckerberg, so we gotta get hood bunkers. You know what I'm talking about?
Might last longer.
Now we need
There's
that.
gonna be some shit below the project. Let's just say that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
We
about? It's on top of ground, right? They're gonna be like the Walmart sheds and whatnot.
Yeah, we gonna need that tiny home plug because we already on that motion. You know, we got 1,000 acres in North Carolina building our own community in real time.
So trust is gonna be important.
Facts.
There are people amongst us who, when crypto does this next bull run, they're gonna be the new multi-millionaires. We might even got billionaires around us. Feel me? I seen some people who's wild. They getting ready. So we just gotta restore some type of trust, because that shit is kind of eroded. And we have to begin to build. The days of talking, you know, we're in the age now of the doers, right? So it was all good with the thinkers and the knowers, but now we're in the age of the doers. The most important asset that we have is right in that baby carriage right there.
For sure.
It's not even about us no more. It's about the star seeds that have come. They really came to do something. We came here to get ready for them to do something. So if a 3-year-old is operating systems, because people are like, oh man, they know how to use a tablet. No, nigga, they know how to operate a system. You understand? It's more than just a tablet. They're going past your passcode, bro. They're pulling up pages that you didn't even know exist. They're operating systems. So if they're doing that at 3, what do you think that they're going to be doing at 13 and 30? You feel me? They're preparing for something. So if the parents don't see that and they're not building for them, then we fail the future. It's not about us. We are John the Baptist. We're the harbingers. It's about them. Look at what happened in Lahaina, right? Hawaii. Them kids went missing and nobody asked no questions no more. The world's supposed to have been in an uproar. And then, but we got our attention taken because they murdered 20,000 children in Israel. You feel me? And we sat through that. So it's like, everybody be like, what that got to do with me? And it's like, fam, you don't know spirit cooking when you see it. You don't know ritual. You don't, it's like the frog in the pot. You don't know that you part of something real sinister that's going on right now, because when they dehumanize you, when they debase you, and when they desensitize you, it ain't like you can get it back. If they take your innocence, you can't get it back. So people are losing, babies are losing their innocence because they got tablets.
and seeing stuff. They
They
ain't got no
scrolling through a
business.
Holocaust.
Mm.
What you talking about? They got HD iPhone 4K. They Google. They be like, Alexa, show me genocide.
My grandson ordered it.
So it's not about us. We making this shit about us, and we don't realize there's lost generations amongst us. You know what I'm talking about? For those who found themselves, and you woke up out, nigga, you belong to a lost generation. There's literally no help, and your generation is the Titan laying next to the Titanic, and you talking about you trying to save them. No. They gone, bro. Give it up. There's no bringing back some of them. They're gone. It's the ones who haven't lost their innocence that we at least could do something for. So if people want to talk about what's the future gonna be like, if they not talking about building for these star seeds and making their reality come true, I can't. I'm opting out. I can't be a part of that because I got seeds and whatnot, and a lot of people who don't have seeds or who don't understand what's going on and the importance of what the future is, they're not even on the same page, bro. They're still playing. I remember before I had a child, I was going hard for self. It was impossible to know anything else. You could be like, yo, ride for the people. I'm like, yeah, the people. When the Jordan's coming out. You know, you selfish. What the fuck? What else do you know? You never created a better version of you. You have no idea. But when things like that take place, and then you get your purpose, and then you realize, yeah, you could put on and you could do what you gotta do, but they coming behind you, bro. And this shit is, this Kali Yuga is Kalian. The Yuga is Yugarin. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be cannon fodder. If we don't, because, you know, consciousness is cool now, it's a trend. But things that become trends become debates. They get destroyed like that. You know what I mean? By the time they get it, it's gonna be, I mean, where it's at right now compared to where it was when me and this dude started, this shit is completely debates. It's things that be going down right now that we would have, it would have never, you cursing out, you telling master teachers the SMD, you and math, you got random people in the inboxes of like Professor Smalls and them, Baba and Kaba Khomeini, sending them obscene photos and stuff like that. Yo, that was impossible when we was coming up. You couldn't even talk crazy. Like if somebody was in the audience and was like, yo, what's that afro about, Brother Blue? Get it. I'm just saying. Because I remember when we was coming up with Sadie, right? Back in the days when being vegan was almost a crime. When they was calling him the witch doctor, he was the opium man. They wasn't happy that he was talking about he was curing shit. They was like, you a witch doctor. Nigga, you barefoot. You know what I'm talking about? They was ready, yo, we've seen violence, yeah, it was violence back then, trying to be vegan and coming up. People don't know about that. That was way back in the day.
They used to come to that office, fight that
With
woman.
machetes and all kind of stuff, bros. I remember being traumatized. They hiding us, screaming and everything, because people is in the front trying to get at them. Because they had the audacity in the 80s to talk about that they curing people when all of them people on the island is brainwashed to believe people in white coats. You know what I'm talking about? To the point where they will burn you at the stake if you have the audacity to bring back old time religions. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta be, you know, we have to work together. You know, nobody's perfect. Nobody's pretending to be perfect. Everybody has flaws. Everybody's a work in progress. Everybody is quote unquote on the path. You know what I'm talking about? I haven't met nobody on none of these stages who passed the test of perfection. The only perfect person I saw was at a funeral.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about? That's your only time that you perfect is when your ass is in that goddamn box. And that ain't even you. You know? So people gotta come together, bro. We got millions of people in the audience that just be watching this whole shit for years, don't do nothing. Not realizing everybody could just put $1 in a day and this shit would change overnight. You know what I mean? All we gotta do is have a trust factor, and that's the blockchain, that's open ledgers, that's cryptocurrency. Now we prayed for it and it came. So now with the open ledger, you can't steal from an open ledger. You can't take 1 penny away because you see all of the transactions. So what they did in the church, they can't do it no more. What the banks was doing, they can't do it no more. You know, like you'll do something with Eventbrite, right? And then you might cash out $10,000, and then be like, yo, you'll get your money next week. Do you know that they flipping that shit every day? Do you know that they trading, day trading, night trading? They taking that and doing everything that they can until they gotta pay you that. That's what the banks do. That's what these payment services do. That's the biggest hustle in the world. That's like a dope boy telling you, yo, hold this shoebox of 100 bands. I'm gonna go do a year in the county. I'll be right back. I got you. Go ahead. With pickles. Here, take my ring with you. You gonna flip that shit. You gonna do everything that you can. That's what they do with your money. But with now the blockchain and with crypto and all of this stuff, you now can have a piece of currency with your face on it and your name on it. You know what I'm talking about? And your icon, your iconography. You don't gotta look at no goddamn Andrew Jackson. Do you know who Andrew Jackson is? You wanna talk about Hitler? Do you know who you niggas burned them 20s? Just matter of fact, give it to me. Exercise the dollar. I got plans for the fire. We got bonfire. No, but Andrew Jackson was, especially those of us who are finding out our black indigenous history here, and the fact that our grandmothers wasn't lying, Andrew Jackson was our Hitler in the Americas. And he's on a $20 bill. And then they said they was gonna put Harriet on it. Right? Interesting. But, you know, judgment is here. Babylon is falling. If you stay righteous and if you stay on your path to perfection, and if you stay on purpose, it's like the movie Inception. The shit will fall all around you and never hurt you. It won't harm you. You will not be collateral damage. Right. Do not take anything that you see personal. It's not on you. You know what I'm talking about? It's not, you don't take credit for any of the destruction that's going on. Take credit for the fact that you are accelerating it in your favor.
For sure. Church.
So with that being said, y'all, please clap it up for yourselves. That's a good, honest way to end it and whatnot. Before I do end it though, I do have to highlight the businesses that are in the building because those are our sponsors for the night and they have to be highlighted. We got our good brother in the back, Jefferson from Athletic Clothing. The world's first conscious sportswear brand. You know what I mean? And then we have next to him our good brothers from S.O.U.L Society.
Yeah.
Living water on the planet.
You heard? Talk black to me.
From a well in the Carolinas.
A spring.
From a spring that is
Black indigenous family owned farm. Sacred land, rich crystal mineral based land. Got records of having the land in the family for over 400 years. So we literally bringing it back to the foundation, back to the basics, you know.
on now. So that's the water. That is the water that you replace that dead water with.
For sure.
That's the water that you replace it with. Alright? We got my sister back here. Can you tell her, who's not camera shy?
Winter.
Everybody is. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. What's your brand?
It's the Artifacts and News.
Artifacts are new, y'all. Alright? We have some very dope stuff. What I would love for anybody who is here to do is simply go on your IG, do a little 15-second, 30-second reel and tag her. You know what I mean? Tag all of these brands and whatnot. Hashtag Melanin Monday. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Because we gotta, it's this thing with social media that we're going to, we actually gotta have a Melanin Monday about that, about digital economy. Because I want to share some of the things that I know. I'm exuberant about what's going on in this world right now with this new economy. It has so many options. There's so many ways to get bread. There's so many ways to cash out. The best feeling in the world is waking up to money, yo, that you didn't have to really slave for. Slavery is over. I'm here on my Emancipation Proclamation shit 2 years later to let you know. You might not have been told. Yeah, this Juneteenth 2.0. They might not have told you. But the way that they have us slaving, we don't got to do that no more. We do not. You could literally live the soft life. Not you brothers, don't try it. We got my good brother, Tyreek Bay right here, all right? Spike, we have a new brand called Spike, and it's basically an infused brand, meaning that everything that you can think of, from cookies to donuts to pizza, alright, everything will be infused with not regular THC, okay? We have a new medicinal form of THC because we know that a lot of people have been out here smoking that GMO, right? Not that Zaza, okay? That's Zozo. That's Zozo. You know what I'm talking about? Got people talking to themselves with no Bluetooth. One-on-one podcast. You know what I mean? You can tell they smoking that ready.
Man.
But we have what is known as THCA, which is a medicinal form of THC, and it's legal. I wouldn't talk like this if I had to be hiding and whatnot. Shout out to them. Yeah, they would not get us with the Rico. Right. So we have an amazing, innovative breakthrough, once in a lifetime situation where you can literally, sell legal weed. It's just simple. So we're gonna have the brother up here at some point so we can lay out, what's taking place in the industry and the investment opportunities available. Because not only, are we branding this as infused food, but it also is gonna incorporate a delivery app. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know whoever has worked in the gig economy, but the gig economy needs to be disrupted, right? Just based on the rates that the people have not been receiving. So Pluto with Aquarius, if you can put it in one term, is power to the people, right? Revolution is power to the people. So if we figure out a way to speak to workers of the gig economy to say we got a better payout for you, we got better rates, and we can speak to these restaurants and tell them as well we're taking 30%, like these other apps, I think we can disrupt this app industry. At least here, in the city of Atlanta, and we bringing late night vegan food deliveries to Atlanta. Late night vegan food.
They're not coming out there with the boonies.
Because if the apps is open 24 hours, why is food not available 24 hours?
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
My money's kicking 3 in the morning.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do with the app that don't have no options? Right. So we talking about weed delivery, and we talking about the infused food delivery as well, and we also talking about vegan food delivery that's not infused, plant-based, or delivery of your medicine. Okay? Especially since we are projecting that there may be a future lockdown around the corner if these people get their campaign off the ground, and we are affirming that that will not happen, that they will not, that should crash and burn, and it will not take off. right? But they trying to have your ass in the house. So we are solution based. Man, we've been trying out the brother's product. My son almost got Can you come up here real quick, little brother?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I know you ain't camera shy.
Yes, sir.
So we have to, once again, highlight those of us who are doing the work, right? And have the brand, right? There may be somebody in the audience on Zoom. There may be somebody in the audience right here who needs the services and the products that are being offered and didn't even know that it was good for you, right? So the biggest form of promotion is word of mouth, okay? Tell a friend, and that friend will tell a friend, right? Then OnlyFans don't have billboards and commercials. They blew up the word of mouth. You know what I mean? And you know women talk. Please, my good brother, let them know what you do and what you have to offer to the community.
My name is IK. I'm on Orishala. I own a herb shop off of S.O.U.L Road. It's called Ritual Herbs. I'm a naturopath, and my modality is iridology. So I take a high-powered magnified picture of your iris, and I can let you know your genetic predisposition. This is the type of body that you can inherit from your mother, from your grandmother. And with that information, I'll let you know which herbs you can take to stay beautiful, live a long life, and die from natural causes, such as foolish disease, cancer 10, 20 miles away, kidney issues. But of course, my favorite are the aphrodisiacs that we sell. And we have a female fibroid product as well that shrinks ovarian fibroids, PCOS, and endometriosis, reversible sites.
All right, give it up. Come on now.
Queen Kumani, she was with the female wellness product.
So I'm Kumani, y'all said. I have more of a physical wellness platform and a collective, so him and I work together in a collective. And so my mission is to connect women to different people, products, information, and healing modalities. And with that, I offer a array of healing products for the yoni, washes and oils and scrubs. And then I'm also doing sound healing, guided meditations, full body scrub, like steam, hot towels, and just other things to make you feel good, to pull out the best of you, and to connect you with people that can help you live a long life.
Come on now, clap that up. This is the idea that came to me, and y'all let me know if this is something that y'all might want to participate in. Literally listening to what you were saying, Spirit was like, let's just do let's do an appreciation day where all of your services are just going to be like for free. But not to say that we're going to make you're not working for free. But people will be able to come in here, try on Jeff's clothes, and then put them back. Just try them on all day. Get some massages, get some energy work done, get their eyes and whatnot, have some kale, some blue and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Try on some jewelry.
Let me do this, because I have always wanted to do this. Mother's Day. I wanted to do a situation with a sponsor, right? Mothers that are in these direct communities, like they got a senior citizen situation right over here, right? They got a lot of homeless encampments in this direct community. So we can do a donation-based situation where we can sponsor some of these elders, come May, and we can go and get the vouchers right in this neighborhood and be like, Mama, come and get your, what I'm saying, massage and things situated. I think that would be an amazing effort.
I'm telling you, on some station, we don't have to do anything, right? Let me change my language. We would fare better, right, for our spiritual karma to become more of a service-based collective, right? Meaning that just in case in point, Blue brought up the elders. So I go to a lot of festivals with children, right? Why are they buying shit? Why are they being charged for anything? Why, like, children should go to a festival and be able to go up to a table and take something and walk away with it. That's what children do. You understand? A child should be able to go to a festival and see a smoothie and just be like, I want that flavor, and then the person hands it to them and they out. Right? A child should be able to go and see a toy in somebody's tent or booth, pick it up and say, Mommy, I love this, and be like, yo, you can have that. Do you know what that will do to a child's memory? You don't forget things like that. So it's like, why are we not providing just simple things like that? And it's like the parents could just give the vendors, let's just say that there's 30 parents and they give $100 each. And then the vendors get bust that down. So it's like, you ain't taking no loss.
Right.
You getting, it's like I'm buying your shit wholesale. Let me get 30 pieces wholesale, but the child don't want it, we just giving it to them. Right? So then when you say, yo, little segment, let's go to, you know what I mean? Let's go to this event with the conscious people. They'll be like, I want to go. Because you know some of the children, they grow up and be like, I'm good. I ain't going. Because them people got real weird energy. Because they not doing nothing for us. I've been around the world and I'm telling you. I've been in New York, I've been in Miami, I've been in the West Coast, I've been in Atlanta and all of these communities. And I got a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? My 3-year-old, he with it right now. But when he start figuring shit out, he gonna be like, I'm good. I'm gonna go to where there's more love. And the streets are more rewarding than some of these environments that we're in. They got a reward system set up in the street for dysfunction. They give you a lollipop for doing dumb shit. But why are we not giving these children things? Why are we not? These are star seeds. These are like intellects.
They're the answers to your prayers.
So I don't mean to be all preachy, but that's something that came. Yeah, I'm getting divinely inspired to say it. But can you let them know where they can find you online?
Oh, I can be found online at Lifestyle with Kumani, Lifestyle with no SFN, and Kumani is KUMANI.com for my website, and then Instagram and other social media.
Yes, please give it up, man. All right. Yes, please come up. Yes.
So, I can't see me, but maybe you can. Love plus art equals wellness. My name is Precious Mother Love. So I'm on all the social media platforms, Twitter, blah, 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 whatever they call it. I'm on those. It's the plus sign and the equal sign. I'm a wellness coach. I have a table over here of all these crystal copper creations, which I watch brothers like this inspiring me while I make some of that, you know, and some of the black magic and stuff like that. So I'm infusing all that energy into it.
Yes.
But I'm here from DC. I was inspired to come down here and catch these brothers. I'm following the energy. You know, it's just the way this room feels. This is my happy place. So, you know, I'm here with you guys, you know, and I'm really trying to spread the love, share the love, you know, precious. I am spreading it. Love plus art equals wellness. That's my business name. But I get a lot of downloads, and so I do those downloads, discuss them, and go over them on my podcast, Heart Happy Hour with Precious Mother Love. So on YouTube, come check me out. You know, I'm actually showing this right now, which he's holding that.
Okay, excellent.
And so, you'll catch the last episode on there as well, and maybe some point soon, I'll be sharing some of my downloads on Black Magic 363.
That's right.
I got forecasted on tsunami, I got forecasted on 911, I got forecasted on, I'm actually a death doula as well, on several deaths. They come to me, they ask me, can you, speak with me, sit with me, be with me, and I help them to encourage their energy to be in a calm place and do my thing the way I'm supposed to do it. It's all different each time, but it's the same at the same time because they're transitioning and transforming. But I also have wellness, words of wellness, downloads that I have received that I shared on my podcast. So check me out, Love plus Art equals Wellness, Precious Mother Love.
Yeah, give it up, y'all. Give it up. We got an army of vendors tonight, baby. Yes. This young brother right here, all right? This brother does some wonderful, wonderful jewelry, all right? Artwork, I will call it. And not only is he an artist with his hands, but he is also a master of ceremony. Notice I didn't say rapper, right? There's a difference. There's a big difference. So as a master of ceremony, he is one of the holders of the elements of hip hop, all right? I'm gonna let him know, I'm gonna let him tell y'all what it is that he has to offer, what his products and services are.
Peace, family.
Peace.
My name is Flame Gardner. Me and my beautiful wife Star over here to my right. Absolutely. We do this together. The name of our business is called Levels. It's LVLS. Luminance, Vitality, Libations, and Sovereignty. Right? I am light. I am present. I am thankful and honor those who are present before me. I am God within and true governor of self. Right? Everything that we do is with purpose and intent so that you can wear it with purpose and intent. Right? These are not just shiny things for you to put on to look pretty. Right? These adornments are things that synchronize with this sacred vessel that we keep our souls and our spirits inside of. Right? For you to alkaline with yourself and live your best life in the most righteous and prosperous way as possible. On top of that, I am the master of ceremonies, as my brother Greg has said. I will be working on some things, hopefully, with both of the pillars. We are vendors at the new Black Wall Street Market. That is here in Stonecrest, Georgia. If you all have not been, it's right across the street from Stonecrest Mall. It is not inside of the mall, as a lot of people tend to think. But I am fellow vendors with Brother Jefferson. It's a beautiful, wonderful experience. We would love for those who have not been to please come out. Me and my wife as a business represent a collective that is known as the Raw Tribe. So there's the Raw Originals, our senior partner who has been a metalsmith for more than 45 years. Our partner Jazzy Jules as well. And also we have our seeds, our reflections. Our children also have businesses as well that are a part of this collective. So it's a very real thing. Me and my wife just started off, we started off as patrons, right? Wanted to be a part of a place that helped that type of energy and atmosphere for our people for growth and development, to want to pour into each other, right? And to end up being partners with someone on the table, and have mentors around you, want to pour into you and give you the knowledge and share those things with you, right? So I have been able to manifest what I speak on. Ashe? The fact that I've been able to be in the room and be in the presence of people like Red and Blue and those in our community who deserve the acknowledgement, right? For pushing this thing forward the way that it's supposed to. I manifest what I speak on. Ashe? Ashe. Right. So I think that's with that. I do want to let you all know though, we have a table in the back. Everything that we work with elemental. They're synchronized with this melanated skin that we have, right? That you are blessed with. personally, when I started my spiritual path, these two brothers were somebody who was very influential to me. I am a native of Atlanta, Georgia. You feel me? I'm a real AT-alien, right? And so I will say that I have been blessed to see. I was here when all of you all got here, right? But I love the energy, and I'm blessed to come from a place that holds that type of energy that makes my people want to come here to come be their best selves, right? So with that being said, family, peace, love, light, right to all of you.
All right, we have one more vendor. It's my good brother who is an artist extraordinaire, a fashion apparel designer. You know what I mean? And he also designs some very fly glasses and whatnot. This brother, he moves around to different states. He's at Mardi Gras, he's at Art Basel, he's in New York. The name of his company is Good Dope. All right, so give it up for Good Dope. Brand is right there. All right, check him out, support him, get his artwork, get his clothes and whatnot. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out. We are back in 2 more weeks. I believe I'm going to